Hi there Pisces, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for November. This month begins with a real sense that you need to expand your horizons, to be more experimental. And if you do travel or engage in new interests or meet new people, particularly in week one, I do think it can be a very enriching experience for you. It's also a possibility that you can encounter someone from a more romantic viewpoint who comes from a very, very different background. And that in itself can be very enticing and exciting. You may find yourself actually reaching out, going on a journey to connect with this person. And that can just add to this whole sense of discovery that's really sizzling around you as November unfolds. By the end of the first week, however, the full moon suggests that if there is part of you that would rather stick to what you know, then some resistance can come up from within. But I think once Mercury moves on the 9th, you can start to tear down those barriers. And once more, you're really looking to new ways of doing things. And the more you can, then the more you can gain from it. This could come from higher education, it could come from getting a new vehicle, it could come from going on a day trip or going on a holiday to somewhere exotic or glamorous. Yet in week 2, there is no doubt about it, there is a hugely important conjunction which occurs between Mars and Pluto. Now when these two get together, they give us fantastic willpower. And do you know, something that is important to you will not be beyond you because your desire to get it can be so strong. The key is how we go about getting things, because when these two get together, it can create a certain ruthlessness. And for you, your future plans at the moment need to be in tune with other people. You need to retain your kinship with others. If you lose that, you'll lose more than just a friend or two. You'll lose something within yourself. And there could be some kind of collision of cultures or ideas, or it could be a financial issue with a friend that is going to occur in week 2. Perhaps you're so taken with these new ideas, without realizing it, you could find yourself almost browbeating them to try and come along with what you believe. Try to resist this. Try to stay open-minded and flexible, even if you feel hugely passionate about one particular issue. Yet if you enjoy playing sports or follow a sports team, then this can be a very enriching time. Now from the middle of the month, Venus moves signs. It moves to the top of your solar horoscope, your 10th solar house, suggesting in a romantic sense you may want to take on more responsibility. So if you've been seeing someone for some while and it's going well, you may want to make the next step of commitment. Or otherwise, if you're single, you may find yourself attracted to someone through your work or who's younger or older than you before the end of the month. But in week 3, Venus is going to combine with your co-ruler of Neptune, but not in a particularly positive way. And therefore your thinking could be a bit woolly about your career. And if you are going to be speaking to anyone influential, you really have to stay factual. Don't be tempted, if you're struggling to find the right choice of words to articulate yourself, to start trying to bluff your way through. It just won't work. You really will not look very good. And then when the sun moves on the 22nd, your desire to have your voice heard, to get your message out there, to gain greater credence within whichever realm you're working within, is going to increase. This can make you more determined again, but also it can be good for your career as long as you can overcome that role of Neptune, which once more influences the sun in week 4. And it can cause confusion, deception even. So if you are looking to impress somebody new, you really need to try to understand what they're expecting as much as expressing yourself as the individual you are. Now when Mercury and Saturn combine between the 23rd and the 27th, this can be a key time for any kind of contract. It could be a crunch time for good or bad. There's no real saying which way it will pan out. But one thing's for sure, if you need to protect your interests, you will do so with a great deal of determination. And then Mercury moves itself, climbing into your 10th solar house on the 29th. And you could get an opportunity to move jobs, be offered a different position within an existing employer, or perhaps they're going to suggest you retrain or learn new skills. Again, be open to this. Don't turn anything down through pride. But as this month draws to a close, I think your desire for people to take you more seriously is certainly going to be heightened. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck. And if you'd like to tune in for your year 2015 horoscope video, please join me on YouTube too.